Good morning, children. Today I am going to start your second chapter from your Flamingo book, Lost Spring Stories of Stolen Childhood, which is written by Anish Jung. First of all, we will know about the author. Anish Jung was born in Rourkela and spent her childhood and adolescence in Hyderabad. She received her education in Hyderabad and in the United States of America. Her parents were both writers. Anish Jung began her career as a writer in India. She has been an editor and columnist for major newspapers in India and abroad and has authored several books. The story is an excerpt from the book titled Lost Spring Stories of Stolen Childhood. Theme of the story. In the story, author examines and analyzes the grinding poverty and tradition that condemn children to a life of exploitation. Sahib, who is the protagonist of the story, is a rag picker whose parents have left behind a life of abject poverty in Bangladesh to try and eke out a living in Delhi. His family, like the many other families of rag pickers, lives in Semapuri. These rag pickers have no identification other than a ration card. The children do not go to school and are excited at the prospect of finding a coin or even a 10 rupee note while foraging in the garbage dump, which is the only way of earning a livelihood. They live in subliminal condition but are resigned to their fate. The writer is pained to see Sahib with a canister after he has taken up a job with a tea stall. She realizes that he is no longer his own master, and loss of identity weighs heavy on her, on his tender shoulder. Some expression which are there in the text: looking for, searching for, perpetual state of poverty, poverty which lasts long, roof over the head, place to live. Summary of the story. The name of the story is Sometimes I Find a Rupee in a Garbage. The author comes across Sahib every morning. Sahib left his home in Dhaka long time ago. He is trying to sponge gold in the heap of garbage in the author's neighborhood. The author asks Sahib why he does that. Sahib mutters that he has nothing else to do. There is no school in his neighborhood. He is poor and works barefooted. There are 10,000 other shoeless rag pickers like Sahib. They live in Semapuri, on the outer edge of Delhi, in a structure of mud with roof of tin and tarpaulin, but devoid of switches, drainage, or running water. They are squatters who came from Bangladesh back in 1971. They have lived here for more than 30 years without identity cards or permit. They have right to vote. With ration cards, they get grains. Food is more important for survival than identity for them. Wherever they find food, they pitch their tents that become transits home. Children grow up in them and become the partners in survival. In Semapuri, survival means rag picking. Through the years, rag picking has acquired proportions of fine art. Garbage to them is gold. It is their daily bread and a roof over their head. Sometimes Sahib finds a rupee or even a 10 rupee note in a garbage heap. Then there is a hope of finding more. Garbage has a meaning different from what it means to their parents. For children, it is a wrap and wonder, and for elders, it is a means of survival. One winter morning, author finds Sahib was standing at fenced gate at neighborhood club. He is watching two young men playing tennis. They are dressed in white. Sahib likes the game, but he is content to watch it standing behind the fence. One day, when author meets Sahib, who is wearing discarded tennis shoes that look strange over his discolored shirt and shorts. For one who has walked barefoot, even shoe with a hole is dream come true. But tennis is out of his reach. This morning, Sahib is on his way to milk booth. In his hand is a steel canister. He works in a tea stall. He is paid 100 rupees and all his meals. Sahib is no longer his master. His face has lost the carefree look. He doesn't seem happy working at tea stall. Because Sahib is owing a responsibility on his tender shoulder. He has to work according to his master. That is why he loses his carefree look and doesn't like that job. So children, such type of life are lived by these rag pickers children. So this is the first story of your chapter. Second story of the chapter we will continue in the second part of this video class. Thank you.